to create an extra little rib, to give it more rigidity, the sheet more stiffening, more strength in the pad. No, it's basically just because it's in the pan, and the pan is the widest part of your sheet. It's just to create that extra little bit of strength in the sheet. Yes. It would not. No, it would not. No. Okay, then corrugated, or S profile, or Victorian profile, is the shallowest rib, as you can see. We recommend a pitch of 10 degrees, not less than 10 degrees, for this profile. The cover width is 762, is exactly the same as your Y deck. A lot of people that like the look of IBR, that want to have the coverage of a corrugated sheet, they would then opt for the Y deck. Okay. So those are the three pierced fix. Call them pierced fix or positive fix because they are, you drill the screw through the top. We're moving on to, yeah, okay. So we're moving on to Springlock 700, Diamond Deck, and Diamond Deck 407 and Diamond Deck 425. All three of our concealed fix products fall under our Diamond Deck range. So it will be Diamond Deck Springlock 700, Diamond Deck 407, Diamond Deck 425. The number basically tells you what its cover is. So it's quite easy to identify. The Springlock 700 is the widest one, obviously, and we'll talk more in depth about that with the next slides. And then the Diamond Deck 407, each of these profiles look totally different, and they're unique in their own way, which we will discuss with the next slide. So it's just to show you the different profiles. Then we also manufacture vents and louvers and flashings to suit all our profiles, and we do polycarb as well, and then the fixings that go with it. So there are a few samples of our polycarb here as well. The fire test that we did was on a sheet of YDEC 0.47 AZ150 color bond. Why we did the fire test rating on the thinnest coated material and the thinnest coated material is because we wanted to see how it would perform. And basically the fixings, our CorroShield fixings with its little seal and the sheeting were intact with an hour testing, which is a phenomenal rating. You will also get this test certificate results sent to you. Why it was also done with the YDEC sheet is because most of your commercial building side cladding is specified in YDEC, and that's where you obviously want your fire testing done. Okay, so Springlock 700 has a pronounced or profound S-bend, and that is basically that little bend on the inside. The clip actually fits very snugly in that S-bend and also allows for movement with wind gusts. You can use it for residential and commercial buildings. We have done quite a few in Port Elizabeth already. There are mobile malls situated in Cape Town, George, and KZN and Joburg. Obviously for more on-site rolling of non-transportable lengths, we bring them all to site. As you will see with our mobile mall that we're going to do the demo. And yeah, with Springlock 700, the longest length that we've rolled in PE has been 51.8 meters. Also in the unpainted material, and it's performing well. So it's a very good profile. Yeah, that's the next one. Okay. The strength of your, or the success of your concealed fixed profile is obviously your clip, because this is what holds your sheet down. And our engineered, well, this is an engineered clip. It's from high strength spring steel A-frames that have been mounted onto a base plate, and these little flanges are spring loaded. So what happens when you get high gusts of wind, these little flanges, they kick outwards and upwards, and they don't move. I mean they make the sheet no, there is a word for it. You just can't think of it now. Okay, so the clips were tested by wind engineer Adam Golliger. The test results certificate will also be emailed to you. And the testing was done on a 0.53 material up to a 2.1 purlin span, and reached 3.07 kPa, which is also phenomenal. Yeah. Okay. There you can actually see the space in between the S-bend and the clip, which allows for the movement, which is very important.
This one even it's like a pause at the end of the
Okay, next slide.
Springlock 700 concealed fix system, comprising of a spring-loaded clip holding down the roof system. This system was tested at the CSRI for building compliance. According to SANS 10237-2014, and achieved a phenomenal 3.07 kPa per square meter. Springlock 700 is rated one of the best concealed fixed roofing systems in South Africa. Manufactured only by Youngman Roofing.
Okay, the Diamondec 407 is our oldest profile in the range. Architects absolutely love the clean lines. It's beautiful inside cladding. We've done commercial and domestic buildings with this profile. The color to the narrow flute would look like that. And then we also run the color to the broad flutes, and then you can use it as soffit panels. We have supplied Fort England Mental Hospital. They use this as because of obviously in the holding area where the patients had to be held for assessment. So this can be done. It also gets used at fueling station canopies. If you look up above the petrol pumps, you'll see this product. And it's basically your roof sheet with a color on the other side. So it is a beautiful product and very versatile. So that is the Diamondec 407. It's also the concealed fix with the highest sheet rip of 48 millimeters. Also nice broad pans to ensure water carrying capabilities. And you'll notice that if you look at your IVR sheet and you compare it to your Springlock 700 or any of the concealed fix sheets, you'll see the pan is double, and that is to accommodate your low roof pitches and for water carrying capabilities. All the concealed fix profiles in our range can go down to a 1.5 degree roof pitch, which is fantastic. This is basically what the clip looks like. It's a lot narrower and smaller. It also only takes 2 fixings. The fixings that one must use with concealed fixed sheets is obviously a flat wafer head, because once the sheet is on the clip, you don't want to have any boulders. Okay, then that is the clip that I've just showed you. It's also 1 clip per sheet per purlin. It's quite easy to calculate how many clips you'd need. And it works like all the other concealed fixed profiles. Then our Diamondec 425, which we'll be showing you with a demonstration outside. It looks totally different again. It's a nice sturdy strong profile, and also available in both Safol and BlueScope Steel products. This is BlueScope Steel's African charcoal color. This is a beautiful color. The rib height on this profile is 40.3 millimeters, and the clip, I'll just show you the clip, it's a lot wider than the 407. It was designed to sit nice and snugly over your purlin, so the width is 65 millimeters. We also have mobile mill in the Eastern Cape. We're very fortunate to be the only ones to offer this profile in the Eastern Cape. If the other provinces want to use the profile, then the mill has to travel out, I almost say out of state, but out of town. We've also successfully done quite a few commercial and residential buildings with this profile. And it's nice because it's slightly, well, it gives you a nice coverage. It's 4 to 5. A lot of the contractors, as well as the professionals, prefer having the narrower profile in high wind areas, although you'll see with wind testing of the 700, there is no concern for sheets coming off with a 700 profile. It's just that you get more fixings per square meter on a narrower sheet, and that is the logic behind it. So more clips, your sheet is going to be more secure. But if you look at the testing and the success that we've had through the years in our 700 profile, there is no reason for concern. It's basically just offering you different designs or different profile looks or aesthetics. And then all our profiles are solar ready or solar compatible. There is our K2 universal clip, which has been tested. We do have clips for all our profiles. Basically, there is an example of the solar clip or clamp that fits over your rib. So you basically screw it down on the side, and then your rails will get fixed to the plates. There are different base plates or applications to that. You'll see that one looks totally different to this one, but it's just to show you that there is no piercing allowed on your concealed fix sheets. Even the flashings, your flashings, you will not pierce directly into your rib like you do with your corrugated and IBR and Y-deck. You would have a little bracket that you attach to the side of the rib, and then it will go onto the flashing from the other side of your angle.
That's like 5 ohms a minute.
Okay, and then we also distributors are. If I touch this thing now, there we go. Mustn't touch my butt when I'm talking. Class 3 and Class 4 roofing screws, you would have heard Johan just now speak about Class 4. Class 4 you use with an AZ200 sheet, and Class 3 you'd use inland for an AZ150 sheet. There is so little difference between a Class 3 and a Class 4 price of a screw that you rather always specify Class 4, because it will give you that extra life. Our testing is always done with our own screws or with CorruShield screws, so it's also important that when you specifying a concealed fix system, that the CorruShield screws for Springlock 700 or Diamond Deck 45 or Diamond Deck 407 are included in that specification, because you don't want to use another supplier's screws and then the sheet comes off or something happens or the screw fails, and then you have a problem. And these are just some examples of our profiles. And that is the gymnasium in Paarl, in Colorbond AZ150, and that is Night Sky. That is the new color. I'm going to pass these around. I brought these little samples. Please be careful, they are metal and they are sharp. But here you get the different colors and finishes. Johan also spoke about the matte finish earlier. So that is the new color, which is pitch black. And that is the Night Sky in AZ150 or Raven in AZ200. It's beautiful, and it's really grown in popularity since we've introduced it into the market. Then we have our granite matte or eclipse matte. That is the charcoal in the matte finish. You can actually feel there's no difference, there's no texture to it, it's just not sheen. And then the African charcoal, like the sample we have in the Diamond Deck 425 and in the corrugated, is a more true charcoal color, so it's not black. So I'll just show that, and then you can see the finish on that is sheen, it's not matte finish. There's another example of concealed fix sheeting, just to show you that the sheeting can also naturally curve. Although all our sheeting we can crank, the concealed fix sheeting you cannot reverse crank. So you cannot convex crank them, you can only concave crank them. But that is naturally sprung, so it's a naturally curved sheet. And there's just another example.
Looks like Palm Beach.
The state that we are supplying. So beautiful. And then Blitz, I'm just going to speak very quickly about Blitz. It's a system that we have, which you can actually, as a client, you can trace your order from start to finish, almost like when you order something with a courier. So you log on and you can actually see where your order is in the system to delivery. Yes?
Does Youngman Roofing and Installation have clientele out of South Africa?
No, we don't. We don't. We supply locally in South Africa. We have not. I know we have previously quoted.
So there are options.
Yeah.
So I'll just try to talk about it. So when you do projects outside of South Africa, sometimes working with third parties or Youngman will engage in terms with the contractor. So the person putting up the build, and they will then containerize if possible and ship it to site. Unfortunately,
then please like us and follow us on all social media platforms. Last month we actually launched a magazine as well, which is quite a great feature for us. And then also visit our website. All the profiles and brochures are also on our website, and if you need any other technical assistance, please email us. And thank you. Thank you. Do you have any further questions or other questions? Sure. Oh, sorry. Yes, sure. Yes. Yes.
Youngman or what? You're gonna follow them. I want to check.
Okay, normally your solar, the company that supplies solar, so our K2 system, they have technical engineers that can work out exactly how many clamps you need or what the design of the system should be. But it has got no it doesn't, no, you don't need more clips, no. So no. That's merely for your sheet fixing, the clips. And then obviously you'd opt for your thickest material, which would be your 0.5 or 0.53 millimeter thick material. Yes, and then your purlin spacing obviously would determine your load.
Okay, Loki.
Thank you.
Relative reflex. If you look at the example sheet, it's got fasteners down the bus.
Oh, thank you.
I think our DPD.
They will be around. So to action, don't just rely on us. We are ready and they are also available. And try and do it in a group setting. You can't have 250 people asking to very big at 12 o'clock at night. So they are operating
I could have found the shit somewhere, she would have had two places for it.